All right, man. Let's see. Let's tap in with something else here. We might as well just go right into Shanquella. Shanquella Robinson is the 25-year-old girl who went down to Mexico. I believe that was on October 28th. She ends up dead on October 29th. We see a video of her in a physical, not even a physical altercation.
Right.
She's just basically getting her ass beat
Right.
without no response to it. There's obviously other people in the room who they're calling, quote unquote, her friends, and nobody's intervened. Nobody said, hey, stop. And it starts right at the point. So we don't know what happened prior. Man.
Right.
I've heard so many conspiracy theories on this. I don't even know where to go with this.
Right. I've heard a lot too, even as far as the Mexican police covering it up, as far as the the autopsy, the doctor, and all those things. Federal investigation is underway now, so best believe that they will get to the bottom of it. But what we do know is what we see and what we saw on video, and that, Alex, I done seen a lot of shit in my life. But that touched me, bro. That kind of funked me up a little bit. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Y'all just did her like that, no matter. I mean, if she ain't did nothing to nobody child, she ain't. I mean, that was harsh, man. And then she wasn't fighting back, and y'all still just, wailing on her. I mean, that was.
Do you think that her neck could have been broke and her spine could have been broke from what we saw on video? Or do you think that maybe something else happened off camera that caused that much damage, according to what the coroner's report said, a broken neck and a broken spine?
I believe that something else could have happened off camera, but the slam in the right direction on a hard floor like that, could do it. Man, but that was tragic. That was tragic, dog.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to investigate. The FBI is going to investigate this, even though this didn't happen on U.S. soil. The FBI is going to tap in on this in North Carolina. Let me play this little clip of what's going to happen in terms of this investigation.
Into our newsroom within the past hour, we're learning that the Charlotte FBI field office has officially opened an investigation into the death of a woman on vacation in Cabo, Mexico back in October. Now, Queen City News first brought you the story about Shanquella Robinson's mysterious death last week. As anchor Morgan Francis reports, police investigating the case are sharing what they've discovered so far.
Thursday, Mexican authorities told Queen City News Shanquella Robinson's friends lied to them about what happened to her prior to her untimely death on October 29th. An officer investigating the case says they interviewed two friends at the villa in Cabo who said Shanquella Robinson had alcohol poisoning. The same story her family says they told them.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poisoning. They couldn't get a pulse.
It wasn't until her autopsy came back that Mexican police discovered she had a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae. They also didn't see this video showing Robinson get violently assaulted until Wednesday. For that reason, their investigation is still open and they're looking into her death.
There's a huge financial incentive to keep Cabo open and to keep people feeling safe. So to the extent they can find, prosecute, incarcerate the people that did this, in my opinion, they're going to try to do it.
Kurt Kearns is an international attorney with experience litigating international crimes and investigations. Some of what he has to say might not be the most promising news.
It's a sovereign state. So that's the first misunderstanding a lot of people have, is that, hey, man, if I'm an American and I'm in trouble somewhere, boy, they'll come to my rescue. And the reality is, not unless there's a really big interest internationally in coming to your rescue.
All right, that's a news clip from Charlotte, North Carolina, local news where all these people are from. And if that officer that just spoke at the end of that clip, Kurt Kearns, is correct, one of these persons, or if all of them, are going to go to jail.
Well, let me ask you this. Can they be charged in the United States, or do they have to be charged in Mexico?
Well, they can be charged federally in the United States under conspiracy. Mm-hmm. There are some conspiracy laws that can charge you for crimes that happen in foreign country. I learned that when Alex Sanchez from Homies Unidos, former MS gang member, was actually charged here in the United States, federally indicted for conspiracy to conspire to commit murder, which was a murder that happened in El Salvador. So that these people can get charged under that same law.
Well, I believe that it was a conspiracy. I believe that they talked about this and discussed some part of this, even if not killing her, some part of getting her. I believe that was discussed. That's still considered a conspiracy, amongst the other players in the game. But that was some dumb shit they did, man.
And you know, there were quite a few people there with her. There was they say there's 6 people that were with her. I was able to come up with 5 other names. 2 guys named Nazeer Wiggins, who actually did a video. He did a selfie video basically saying, I don't know nothing, basically.
I had just pulled up.
Yeah, I just pulled up. Yeah. That's Nazeer Wiggins. Another guy, Malik Dyer. He may have been the guy recording it and saying, hey, you're not going to fight back. And then there was 3 women, Alyssa Hyatt, Winter, Donovan, and Daejhanae Jackson. And now all 5 or 6 of these people, they have been scrubbing the internet on their social media either or making their accounts private. So it seems as if, I don't know if they're just going into hiding because of guilt or they're just being bombarded with harassment from the public.
Well, no doubt. I believe it's both, but I definitely believe that they scared and nervous and, believe they going to jail. They seen how this stuff just took a worldwide turn from this was some kids from North Carolina going out there to have a good time, and it turned into an international, murder. So they definitely scared to death. They definitely didn't plot this out if they had planned on going that far with it. And they definitely fucked up.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They I don't know like where the blame lays, but they're saying Daejhanae Jackson is the one that we see on the video just throwing her around on the floor, and I think she even put a kick in on her at the end of that. But I also saw a video where the mother is saying, and the father is saying that they found out information of her getting also beat in the bathroom after that. So if that's the case, we don't know who else could have participated in that.
Well, the one guy was supposed to be a good friend of hers, a best friend per se.
That's Malik.
Malik, yeah. He's been on vacation with the family. The family trusted him and all that. For you to let Quila get beat up like that, bro, you had to hate this woman. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Alex, I done seen many fades get ran. And when I seen somebody either ball up or just no mas, don't want no more, bro, I'm not finna let you just stomp out you know what I mean? And it doesn't warrant anything like that. You know what I mean? Especially like I said, if you hadn't done nothing so vile that nobody trying to really kill you, you know what I mean? But some discipline or a fade, or we got into it, or even you did something foul, you stole something from me. Okay, homie, he on the ground with his hands over his head, you kicking him all in the, it's over, And for them to let her beat her like that, for them to let her go through what she went through, I can't even imagine something from the personality that she had. You know what I mean? Did she fuck somebody, dude? I mean, that don't warrant that though. You know what I mean? Slap you up, boom, 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 if at the most. Y'all punished her. They punished her. I mean, they punished, and she wasn't even fighting back. What the sad part was, I don't even see how somebody can listen, man. I can't even beat up a dude that don't fight back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Just me, Alex. I don't know. I just can't. You fall on the ground, you ball up, man. I can't even. I can't even. As a man, that just ain't in me to just, you know what I mean? And unless, like I said, you did something to a child or a kid or, something like that, you know what I mean? But other than that, man, that was so foul that I believe is what's going to happen is once them charges getting dropped, man, they finna get to talk, and these aren't criminals. You know what I mean? These are regular people who thought they had a plan. We gonna get her out of town, whoop her ass. I just really want to know why, and I don't think it's that serious.
And I heard, I guess we can put this in the conspiracy theory category that they took her to Mexico deliberately so they can rob her for $10,000, and apparently $10,000 came up missing. I don't know. But also what's really bizarre is that during that beating that she took by Daejhanae Jackson, she's completely naked.
Yeah.
She's got no clothes on, and you can tell she's slightly inebriated.
Right.
And just that alone, like, why are you beating on a naked person that is intoxicated in the first place? Like, So I think that there's going to be some charges. I don't know if the United States is going to do it, or if they're just going to cooperate with the Mexican government and end up extraditing them back to Mexico, which is going to be the worst thing for these people because you do not want to be sitting in a Mexican jail. Thanks for checking out this short clip of the Streets and Scholars podcast with Alex Alonso and FG. If you want to check out the entire episode, visit your favorite podcast platform. We could be found on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, and iHeart. Just tap in on your cell phone, tablet, computer, or your favorite device and guaranteed to get at least an hour of this fire content. And thanks for checking out another episode of Streets and Scholars.